Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Monday, Cinco de Mayo. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. The makeover of Nai Harn Lake in southern Phuket was supposed to be done by now, but instead, the project has been abandoned after the contractor ran out of money, leaving questions about its fate. Nai Harn Lake sits right across Nai Harn Beach and is the location for many fairs and markets during special holidays, including Loi Krathong. On May 7th of last year, the Phuket Provincial Administrative Organization, the PPAO or the Obojo, signed a deal with developer Sasiravai Construction to make over Nai Harn Lake. The contract was for Sasivarai Construction to improve the recreational space, add parking spaces beside the lake, build a bike lane, install solar-powered streetlights, and to perform general landscaping improvements. The project was to improve and beautify 1,973 meters of land near the lake, with completion eventually pushed to February of 2025. However, the project has since been abandoned by the developer, leading to more complaints. Parts of the area still look like a construction site and pose a safety risk to tourists and locals. MP Chalumpong Sangdi visited the site and shared photos and videos online of the inspection, which prompted local PPAO officials to respond. Initially, PPAO Council Chairman Opas Chobdi commented on the post with the word suek, a Thai term meaning obtrusive or nosy. The remark prompted swift backlash online. Soon after, PPAO President Rewat Arirob, a former Phuket MP himself, admonished Chairman Opas, calling him crazy for the comments. Then, Rewat went on to explain that the government procurement e-bidding process prioritizes the lowest bid. He clarified that the PPAO had allocated a budget of 72 million baht, but Sasivarai Construction undercut other bidders by 6 million baht, and so the PPAO signed a contract with them for this project for 66 million baht, knowing that it wasn't enough money. Regardless, Sasivarai Construction moved forward with the project, but as predicted, they soon ran out of money, and all work came to a halt with the contract officially terminated on April 8, 2 months after it was supposed to be done in the first place. Still, Rewat admitted that they stopped payments to Sasivarai Construction after just a week, saying they did not feel confident that they would continue with the work, and had only paid them 7 to 8 million baht. Rewat is now saying that they are actively looking for a quote qualified contractor who can complete the project properly, and they expected to have it all done by early 2026. The bidding process is now open, with officials expected to sign a new contract with the winning contractor by mid-June, according to Rewat, for an appropriate amount of money, although it's still unclear whether or not they will prioritize the lowest bid, which would restart the cycle of having another abandoned project. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. With the new e-ticket system set to be implemented at the marine national parks in Phi Phi and the Similans Islands, among others, there's concern that private operators and park officials will corrupt the new system, leading to a new crackdown. The director of the National Anti-Corruption Commission Phuket office, Suwat Sawarat, along with regional anti-corruption officials, led inspections at the Similans Islands National Park earlier last week. The visit included on-site checks at Koh Si and Koh Phet, focusing on ensuring transparency in the e-ticket usage and preventing bribery. During a workshop, Similans park officials and private tour operators discussed flaws in the current e-ticket system that is set to be replaced, along with park revenue loopholes and the urgent need for better enforcement. Meanwhile, in a separate but related development, Member of Parliament Chalumpong Sangdi raised serious concerns about alleged favoritism and corruption at Koh Phi Phi National Park, citing a public complaint about a tour business allegedly operating without paying the national park entrance fee due to her personal ties with park officials. He called on authorities to urgently investigate, suggesting the incident may reflect long-standing systemic corruption within national parks in the southern islands. An e-ticket system was introduced last year over concerns about corruption at the national parks, but fresh concerns over the poorly implemented e-ticket system has led officials to implement a new e-ticket system that's expected to be launched this coming October, initially at 6 marine national parks, all of which are in Phang Nga and Krabi province near Phuket. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Police have a 29-year-old man in custody after he was found scamming food vendors across Phuket City, all to feed his crystal meth habit, all part of an elaborate scheme that took weeks to investigate. The suspect was taken into custody last Thursday at a rented room in Phuket town, just several hundred meters from the Phuket City police station. Authorities say the suspect, identified only as Not, pretended to be a food delivery rider. He would approach restaurants and pretend to order food before asking vendors for cash, promising to transfer money in return. He would then flee with the money and fail to follow through with payments. For instance, last month at a restaurant on Damrong Road in Phuket town, Not ordered food worth 300 baht. He would ask the vendor for 700 baht in cash and claim he would transfer back 1,000 baht. But once the vendor agreed and the money changed hands, Not would wait until the vendor's attention was diverted and fled. He'd repeat the scam at numerous locations, and over 10 victims filed complaints with local police. According to investigators, Not frequently changed accommodations to avoid arrest, never staying at his own home. He was finally tracked down after an informant tipped off police about his location at the rented room. Last Thursday, he was arrested at the location and later confessed to the crimes, admitting he used the money to buy crystal meth. A urine test later confirmed drug use, and an additional charge was filed. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Sirinat Suepsai, the chief of the Sirinat National Park in Phuket, has warned all parkgoers that the ban on consuming alcohol within national parks applies here in Phuket. The Phuket Park Chief has stated that park officers will strictly enforce the ban on both the sale and consumption of alcohol within its boundaries. The warning follows the incident on April 26 that saw a speedboat operator fined 10,000 baht and banned from the Koh Phi Phi Marine National Park after a group of Russian tourists were caught drinking alcohol and smoking while swimming in the park's protected waters at Koh Phi Phi Lake. While the speedboat operator was fined and banned from re-entering the park, officials have not been able to track down the Russian tourists involved. The PP incident prompted the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation, the DNP, to strictly enforce the law and warn all tour operators, especially within marine national parks. Anyone caught drinking in the national park area will first receive a warning. If they are aware of the rule but continue to drink, they will be fined. 5,000 baht the first time, 20,000 baht the second, and 100,000 baht for the third violation, according to Mr. Sirinat. He admitted that the boundary lines for the Sirinat National Park in Phuket are unclear, as it encompasses 5 beaches, and tourists who drink on private land often end up crossing into protected areas. He clarified, quote, "It's acceptable for visitors to consume alcohol at nearby restaurants, but not on the beach within the national park area." For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thank you so much for catching us here on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.